Hey everybody, I'm John Granado. That's Josh Jordan. You can hear us on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. You can see Josh's work at sportsmaphouston.com as well. Check that out. And also hit subscribe so you get all of our content here on YouTube. Josh, I don't know what's going on with Yordan in his hands because we have Dusty said before the game, I'm resting him because of his hands. Yordan said, my hands are fine. I don't know what's going on, why Dusty is saying that. It's just weird. We'll hear from Dusty about why he said that. I mean, is it a cover-up or is Dusty losing it? Which is it?
Yeah, did he let something slip or is this on purpose? I think he let something slip. I really do. And it wouldn't surprise me if, somebody from the Astros said something to Yordan like, hey, why don't you go refute that? We don't necessarily want that out there, that you're still dealing with these hand injuries. So I'm just worried that this is going where we thought it was going months ago, John. Remember when we talked about the hamate bone and that being an issue for Yordan? Preston Wilson, who used to be an Astros broadcaster, and he also played for the Astros for a short time, he had that surgery on both his hands. So it's not that uncommon that it happens to more than one hand. And he said after he had the surgeries, he was good to go. So for this year, that doesn't make us feel too good. But moving forward with Yordan, we should be optimistic that next year he should be set.
It's the most confused. First, Yordan, hey, is it both hands? And Dusty said it was both. Then he said, no, it's not both hands. It's one hand. And then when asked which hand, Dusty's like, I don't know. I don't know which hand it is. What? I mean, the whole thing is just crazy. All I care about is that here's the deal, is Yordan's hitting again. And everybody's like, okay, why are you taking him out of the lineup again? I forget Dusty. He's hitting home runs in back-to-back games. He's hitting doubles off the top of the wall. He's lining shots in the right field. Maybe he is. Maybe his hand was hurting then, I guess, because I can't find any other reason to take him out now because he's had it's not like he hasn't had plenty of rest.
No, that's true, but it is, it was a day game, after a night game. He's played a lot of outfield lately. He's
24 years old. Okay. Slow. Okay.
John,
he's going to be okay after a night game.
We're talking about a guy that's already had knee surgeries on both knees and might be heading into surgery on both hands after the season. Like this guy, what we used to call it brittle back in football days, back in the day. Maybe Yordan's a little brittle. That's
I want you to go up to Yordan, okay, and tell him he's brittle, okay, because that dude is huge and he will crush you with his hamate bone hands. Okay.
I don't doubt that, but here's what concerns me the most is the Astros are so tight-lipped when the injuries are bad, like Michael Brantley. We don't hear anything, just discomfort. They seem to do this all the time. Like with Yordan, it's just discomfort in his hands. But with Justin Verlander, when we got good news, they're telling you exactly what the injury is, exactly what the timeline is, how it all happened. This seems like an Astros deal where when it's bad, we keep our lips shut. And unfortunately, I think that's what's happening.
Well, I don't know. It's so confusing. I don't know which one it was. Dusty slipped when he wasn't supposed to say anything, and Yordan had to call. So we're either Dusty is lying or Yordan is lying about the injury. Now, Yordan, I can understand why he would lie because he doesn't want pitchers to know, first of all, which hand it is and that he's hurting. He doesn't want any of that out there. But frankly, he doesn't look like he's hurting. There's nothing about him that said he was hurting. Of course, he could have missed a check swing or missed, and it could hurt again. You never know. But we're either Dusty was lying about him not having an injury or Yordan is lying about not having an injury. And Dusty, though, it doesn't make any sense for him to say that, which is why I think that's the answer. It makes zero sense whatsoever that Dusty lie about Yordan's hands, yet I think that's the answer. Dusty was lying. I don't know why, but I think that is actually the answer.
I think you're right. And we've heard Click talk about, pretty recently, we're hoping all this stuff with Yordan's behind him. We should be good to go. And then we hear from Dusty, maybe not so much. And now we're hearing about all this upheaval in the front office possibly, that maybe Click won't be back, maybe Dusty won't be back. They don't have contracts. I think this might be some of the friction that all this is, surrounded.
It's a soap opera.
Maybe based off of this.
But it's still a great soap opera. It's still the best soap opera in town. I don't think there's any question about it.
No, and they're the best team in the American League.
By
We
far.
get so frustrated with these things, and it's pretty silly. This is an awesome baseball team.